For a long time I believed in dragons and dinosaurs, but wasn't quite sure what to believe considering how the most of us Christians grew up. There is a lot of speculation when it comes to dragons and dinosaurs, or should I say, the Leviathan. And Hollywood sure likes to feature these creatures into their movies. There are many different interpretations, myths, and stories when it comes to the Leviathan or the behemoth. But today, I will be focusing on the biblical view. The Old Testament doesn't directly associate the Leviathan with the devil. In the book of Revelations, speaks about an extraordinary battle between God and the seven-headed dragon. There could be a relation between the Leviathan and the seven-headed dragon, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Some even say that the whale that swallowed Jonah was actually the Leviathan. Take a look at the behemoth, which I made, just as I made you. It eats grass like an ox. See its powerful loins and the muscles of its belly? Its tail is as strong as cedar. The sinews of its thighs are knit tightly together. Its bones are tubes of bronze. Its limbs are bars of iron. It is a prime example of God's handiwork, and only its creator can threaten it. The mountains offer it their best food, where all the wild animals play. It lies under the lotus plants, hidden by the reeds in the marsh. The lotus gives its shade among the willows beside the stream. It is not disturbed by the raging river, not concerned when the swelling Jordan rushes around it. No one can catch it off guard or put a ring in its nose and lead it away. Job chapter 40, verse 15 through 24. Now, reading this passage, in my eyes, at least, it describes a long-necked dinosaur, the behemoth. Now, I know that God wasn't speaking metaphorically, and it was quite literal what he was saying to Job. I mean, let's face it, not everything in the Bible is metaphorical. Anyway, let's move along. Can you catch Leviathan with a hook or put a noose around its jaw? Can you tie it with a rope through the nose or pierce its jaw with a spike? Will it beg you for mercy or implore you for pity? Will it agree to work for you, to be your slave for life? Can you make it a pet like a bird, or give it to your little girls to play with? Will merchants try to buy it to sell it in their shops? Will its hide be hurt by spears, or its head by a harpoon? If you lay a hand on it, you will clearly remember the battle that follows. You won't try that again. No, it is useless to try to capture it. The hunter who attempts it will be knocked down, and since no one dares to disturb it, who then can stand up to me? Who has given me anything that I need to pay back? Everything under heaven is mine. I want to emphasize Leviathan's limbs and its enormous strength and graceful form. Who can strip off its hide, and who can penetrate its double layer of armor? Who could pry open its jaw? For its teeth are terrible. The scales on its back are like rows of shields tightly sealed together. They are so close together that no air can get between them. Each scale sticks tight to the next. They interlock and cannot be penetrated. When it sneezes, it flashes light. Its eyes are like the red of dawn. Lightning leaps from its mouth. Flames of fire flash out. Smoke streams from its nostrils like steam from a pot heated over burning rushes. Its breath would kindle coals, for flames shoot from its mouth. The tremendous strength in the Leviathan's neck strikes terror wherever it goes. Its flesh is hard and firm and cannot be penetrated. Its heart is hard as rock, hard as millstone. When it rises, the mighty are afraid, gripped by terror. No sword can stop it, no spear, dart, or javelin. Iron is nothing but straw to that creature, and bronze is like rotten wood. Arrows cannot make it flee. Stones shot from a sling are like bits of grass. Clubs are like a blade of grass, and it laughs at the swish of javelins. Its belly is covered with scales as sharp as glass. It plows up the ground as it drags through the mud. Leviathan makes the water boil when it's commotion. It stirs the depths like a pot of ointment. The water glistens in its wake, making the sea look white. Nothing on earth is its equal. No other creature so fearless. Of all the creatures, it is the proudest. It is the king of beasts. Now, after reading this passage here, it definitely leads me to believe that God was describing the Leviathan's abilities, strength, and telling Job that no man can slay it. Sounds like a very powerful creature, right? But my question is, did these creatures exist during the age of Tartaria, the millennial reign of Christ? Well, when it comes to the millennial reign, most people believe it was a time that was harmonious, a time of peace and harmony, free from war and politics. But the book says nothing like that. Let's continue. Then I saw thrones, and the people sitting on them had been given the authority to judge. And I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded for their testimony about Jesus and for proclaiming the word of God. They had not worshipped the beast or his statue, nor accepted his mark on their foreheads or their hands. They all came to life again, and they reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. This is the first resurrection. The rest of the dead did not come back to life until the 1,000 years had ended. Blessed and holy are those who share in the first resurrection. For them, the second death holds no power, but they will be priests of God and of Christ and will reign with him 1,000 years. So you see, this leads me to believe that there's a great possibility that these creatures existed during the millennial reign of Christ. Possibly since the beginning of time. Only they were locked up somewhere deep in the ocean until the chains were broken and set free to clean up whatever it is that needs to be cleaned up. I mean, just look at the way the world is today. It can definitely use some cleaning, right? Anyway, that's it for today, my friends. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You all be safe out there. Until next time.
You say one word, I say amazing.